Check.
Alright, we're gonna get comfortable here and go ahead and start this session. This is actually a part 2 because Sycosis has been in the studio before. So, this is a interview part 2 with Sycosis. So,
Yeah, man.
Go ahead and say what's up.
Hey, what up, guys? Sycosis from Austin, Texas. Chilling here at Crop Circle Studios with my boy Bloom. I'm proud of him, man. He's done a lot, in the music scene. As a vocalist, he has grown, and he's also showed me how to become a better MC. Where to take my breaths. Slow down.
Cool. Thanks for the compliments. So we're gonna go ahead and start. It's actually 8:37 a.m. right now, and if you guys hear closely, you guys can hear the fucking rooster of my neighbors. You guys heard it over and over again in the other fucking videos, and that soon we're gonna be rooster free. But once we're working in the morning because of the fucking rooster. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and start off with the first topic, which is you've got a new track that we've been tracking this song on and off, but with various reasons. Sometimes it's not the data track with unfortunate events with vocals, but what's the name of this track? And
it's called
what is it about?
Thugs Cry. It's basically I wrote it on a political standard, things that people need to realize and wake up. If basically it talks about the 9/11 situation. There's people out there that still think it's terrorist. I mean, come on, you guys gotta question it, and when I talk political, it's in my belief. But other than that, I just really wanted to send out a message to people, so they could hear and, understand the lyrics and, give it a different perspective.
I kind of respect that you took that route because I'm real picky with that fucking political shit, and if I get into it, I get real pissed. So that's why I don't even bother with the negative stuff. But I respect the fact that you went into that route because it's real. It's a whole other game, and you stand up for what you believe in. So it's pretty cool you're talking about that.
Yeah, man, I'm not afraid to say the truth. When I write, I'm gonna write what I feel, and I feel like the people of America been cheated on by our own government. And that's my personal opinion, whether you choose to believe it or not.
When you started writing this track, what was the first motivation or inspiration that clicked your mind that, okay, now I've gotten past but the chapter that passed from my other previous songs of the topics, and how did you transform into going into the political world?
I just wanted to remind people that 9/11 was no joke. When the planes crashed into the Twin Towers, I mean, what I think to myself is, how bad was it, how horrible was it that inside that people had no other choice but to jump off the building to their own death. I mean, that's something to think about. Yeah. And there's still so many questions unanswered. I haven't forgotten. I'm an American citizen. I haven't forgotten. I haven't forgotten about the Michael Brown situation. I haven't forgotten about the Watergate scandal. There's so many things unanswered.
Yeah, I try not to go. Like I said, I respect you for going into that topic, but I try to focus more on the positive side. That's why I focus more on the music and, just staying positive. But those topics are pretty heavy. So I respect you for going into that. And I heard you went on tour. I mean, of course I heard because I designed the tour flyer. But
oh man, that flyer came out badass. Even though it's 8 something in the morning, I'm drinking a beer in the studio, and we're chilling. We're
I'm drinking a Snapple.
We're gathering ideas of what to do. There's gonna be new promos coming out, and when I went to tour, I hit up San Antonio first.
Look, give us a small story from each city.
Well, San Antonio was the kickoff, and then from there, I went to Austin, and when I hit up Austin, people are real down to earth. They shook my hand, and it felt good. Like to perform my set that I performed here in the Valley to different people, and I got a good response. I felt like the people enjoyed it.
Isn't Austin the capital of music?
Yeah, it's the capital of music. Yeah, of course.
They respect chingos and musicians that I've heard, man.
Yeah, man. There's all types of musicians out there.
That's fucking badass. Hopefully we can play Austin. Yeah. So, Nick, give us a story. Like, what happened? Like, any parties afterwards or parties?
Nah, not really. I just went back to the hotel, but yeah,
loser.
It was a great night. I stayed till the end of the show. Met more artists. Try to build up my network. That's cool. Then, from there, I hit up Houston.
How was that?
Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome. By far one of the best shows I've ever had. And then I hit up Las Vegas. Las Vegas was just off the chain. Like, even though I only got to spend one day there, it was an amazing experience. Best stage I've ever performed besides Cine Rey. I will always respect Cine Rey.
Damn, that's badass. And for the ones that don't know, Cine Rey is like the most legendary stage.
The Holy Grail.
It's like the Holy Grail stage of the performers here in the Valley. Well, at least in McAllen, downtown. But it's been up since 1947. I and the band were fortunate enough to fucking play there too. But, man, if the stages were like Cine Rey, fuck,
And, this guy, he's my producer, and he's come a long way. Before he had all this, man, it was a struggle. Like, we would have to move the laptop across the room to check it out.
I had one mic, and it wasn't even phantom powered. It was a USB mic. You heard like some fucking distortion. The
computer was lagging.
We had 1 gig of RAM. We didn't have an extension cord for the headphones, which we would track in a small booth. After the vocals were tracked, we would switch over to the other side of the room and start mixing. It was a fucking production. Like, Sycosis was with me since the first, so that's why, like, I always bring them back in and just, let them talk of the updates.
The thing is, not because he's just my homeboy, but, he's not the type of producer to just, okay, you did your verse, okay, let's do the next one. Nah, he'll tell me, nah, that sounded like shit. Do it again. And that's what I like about him. Because he tells you the honest truth.
Yeah, it's because some producers, I understand their value of time, but you're forgetting why you're doing this because of the music. So their approach to their corporate business is they charged by the hour, because they know it's time. It takes up time, bro. You know, it takes up time, and you're gonna be charging them by the hour. You're gonna be mixing. You're gonna keep doing changes, and it's change. You know, it's just they're charging you more by the hour, and that's how they get the more cash. And my approach to it was pay off the first price, the first figure, which is one. It's one time. It's not come back in another session and another figure. No, you pay your one figure. We sit down. We fucking sweat our asses off, because we're gonna fucking work. We're gonna sweat our asses off up until you have the perfect take, because I'm seeing your concept as if I'm the artist as well, you know?
Yeah, because you're an artist, you know, and you've been an artist for a while. You represent the city of Palmview. And, man, the first time I ever saw you perform was at the VFW. You know, he had a band, a plane crash in Paris.
Oh, yeah. It's actually the same thing as the Final Bear, just it changed to the Final Bear. I mean, the lineup is different, but it was still the same
Man, you
thing.
should see these guys live, man. The shit, guaranteed no disappointment at all.
Badass. You too, bro. Like, you've come a long way. Like, you know, your performances have improved step by step, as you know, as it should. You know, not too.
Thanks, man.
Not too above, not too slow. It's, you know, you're building your character up as it should. You know, step by step.
And man, thanks to this guy, you know, he made my logo, and you know, that really boosted me up, because he saw my logo before, and he left, because I mean, to be honest, it looked cheap.
Yeah, like I said, I look every artist as myself, as if I'm going to the studio, because I'm going for the same thing, you know, like, and I'm just trying to help them out reach that other level, and you know, network and bring up their value, their character value up another notch. So I'm just trying to help them out, and from up to where I can, and then from there. So
Yeah, and also, you know, a while ago, like years ago, I didn't know how to write lyrics, you know, but I just kept going at it, even though it sounded corny. I just kept writing, and over the years, I felt like I got better. Why? Because, you know, I actually do study the dictionary. I do write, and I try to talk about different topics, you know, something that somebody can relate to, you know, whether I always talk about real stuff, whether it be like a real life situation or, you know, something political, you know, but the way I write, you know, I don't really like keeping it simple, whether like I like to I don't know, I like to write difficult rhymes. Like, I just don't like the simple where, you know, it'd be like, my name is Mo, I like to flow, I'm on the go, you know.
Yeah,
that's just boring.
Basic, yeah.
You know, like, when I write,
that's how you know you're growing as an artist, where you want to put in more time and know that you've gotten better and improve on the technique, you know.
yeah, and it feels amazing. It's like a puzzle. Like, once you figure out that puzzle, you're just like, hell yeah.
Yeah,
like, hell
exactly.
yeah, man, I got this.
Yeah, it's fucking badass. And when you started, like, how did you know, like, how did you know where to pick your style of rap? Like, because I know you have a fucking unorthodox style of rap than the basic standard ones that you see every day. So
for one, you know, I do pay attention to the rap game, and you know, I see the new artists out there, the mainstream artists, you know, to me, all they do is turn up the reverb and use that auto-tune. It's mumbled to me, like, can barely understand. Like, I work my ass off, you know, for lyrics that you can understand And I just want people to, actually listen, and I'm an underground rapper, and I always will be. I don't do none of that. I don't follow no trend or anything. I'm myself. I'm my own artist, and how I came about the name Sycosis, it's just, an alter ego, so something like when you hear my songs, you'll hear, just different stuff. I always try to come up with something different. And when Bloom here, he was just like, "Oh, are you trying to get in the rap game? Let me see what I could do." And, he started helping me out. He took my first promo, and that really boosted me up. And people started taking me seriously.
Yeah, people don't respect you. You don't have a good appearance. Appearance is a lot. Like you have to have a good professional picture, a good logo to represent yourself. And
shit, I'm wearing the Final Burial shirt right now. Like, I support this guy.
He's rocking it
100%. I mean, this guy's my boy, man.
Same here. Like, that's why I try to put the most technique that I can up to my capacity, either in recordings or in design, because somebody's going to judge either the song or the design, and that's why I want to keep it at the highest level that I can, so they have nothing negative to say about it.
Yeah, of course. I know you work hard. I see the work you do. I mean, the shirt designs, the logos that you do for other artists. You take your time. You just don't.
You've tracked here how many times? Like 5, 6, maybe more.
More, yeah, like a little bit more than that. Yeah, definitely. And I mean, to be honest with you, I really don't want to record with anybody. It's just not that I despise other people, whatever. It's just that I know that this guy will be brutally honest with me. If something sounds fucked up, he's gonna tell me.
Like, honestly, not too long ago, 30 minutes ago, we were just tracking When Thugs Cry, his latest release.
Yeah.
We stopped tracking because his vocal cords were giving out, honestly, straight up. And we had to stop because I felt that that performance was not gonna have its full capacity for the release, and I want you to have the best performance that you can, so there's no excuse afterwards.
Yeah, and when he recorded my song Isolation, I took a couple of takes, but he kept telling me, put some more aggression, or you know what, you do this. He pointed me in a better direction. And if you listen to the song, that song is tight.
We've actually tracked that twice, right?
Yeah.
Because of the equipment update.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you could definitely hear the equipment update difference in each song and technique, because I improved a bit more after the first.
I'm proud the way he produced it.
Badass, man. Thanks. Like I said, I work my fucking butt off, so when people hear it and yourself, there's nothing bad to say about it,
Yeah, of course, because they're gonna keep on hearing it and hearing it and hearing it. You don't want nothing to come out bad, so you gotta work for it, of course. Some people don't understand, like that they don't do music and they think it's easy. It's hard work.
It's hard work. It takes hours, days, hearing it back and forth, resting, because you need to rest your ears, or you're gonna be hearing the same error back and forth and missing it every single time. You need to rest your ears again, because they get fatigued as any other human organ. So I heard you had to cut your tour short, bro. What happened?
Man, sucks, man. The loss sucks. Let's just put it that way, you know. I had gotten myself into some trouble, and
it's all good. Same here, you know. It happens. All the artists
I'm only human, you know. We make mistakes, but that ain't gonna stop me from, you know, making music. Cause I love music. I have a real big passion for it, and if I didn't write or, you know, produce music, you know, record, my mind would be crazy.
Actually, what would you be doing if you weren't a rapper? Honestly, you'd probably just be like working a normal job.
Yeah, working a normal job. But this is what I love. This is what excites me. Like, this is the best way I can express myself.
Yeah, same here, man. That's cool. That's what every purpose from every individual has, you know, like, some live for dreams, some live just to live and live the society's fucking
and another thing
plan,
that this
you know?
dude taught me, a show is a show, no matter what. A show is a show.
Yeah, sure. Like,
you just keep on playing them. You just keep on playing them.
Yeah, like, every show counts, bro. Every show counts. Even if it's one new
even if it's two dudes just, you know, watching. Yeah. Hey, man, you go balls out, whatever. You jam the fuck out. And you do you. No matter what, man. People talk.
Name some of the stuff that people has told you, like some of the best performance of your shows, you know.
Okay, well, let's say, for example, in Houston, when I finish performing, and I like to do a lot of stage presence when I perform. Like, you know,
that's a huge aspect.
Yeah. I like to get the people pumped up. Like make some motherfucking noise. You know, got off stage, right? And you know, people I didn't even know were shaking my hand left and right, and they were talking to me, and you know, they were like, "Dude, I gotta take a picture with you." You know, that to me was like a really awesome compliment, you know, for people to say like, "Yo, man, I gotta take a picture with you."
That's cool.
And then this one dude bought me a beer, man. I was like, "Man, thank you, man."
That's how, you know, they support and they like to perform. Watch, bro. Performance is a huge aspect in your performance arsenal. Huge aspect. If you don't have a performance, you're just another musician on the fucking bill. On the venue and on the fucking flyer. You're just another musician. If you put on a performance, you're the final bearer. You're Sycosis. You're fill in the blank. You get me?
Yeah. And one of the things what I'm really proud of is my city, Alton, because as far as I know, and I've looked into the history, I'm the artist, you know, and not to sound cocky, because, you know, there's rappers out there that will put my ass in place, but in my city, I'm the only rapper that has ever taken it this far, you know, as far as playing out of town shows, you know, and stuff like that, you know, and I'm really proud of my city. I'm really proud where I come from, you know.
And that's big because you can leave a blueprint now to the up-and-coming artists, you know, to the up-and-coming rappers, and they have somebody to look up to. Even if they don't look up to you, they know you come from the same city. And a lot of people don't, you know, listen, the RGV is one of the toughest fucking communities of music to fucking be in. Like, it's super hard. It's super hard to catch the people's attention. Super hard. You had to put on a fucking performance. If you're not an out-of-town band, you're nobody. You had to put on a fucking performance.
Man, this guy Bloom, he got invited to play in the NSN festival. I mean, come on, man. That's a pretty big festival, you know. Too bad they don't throw it no more, but I mean, to get invited and he got to play, that's awesome, you know.
It was an amazing experience.
How was your experience, like, you know, when you got on stage?
Bro, I couldn't even believe I was playing alongside with my favorite bands, you know, the Faceless. I was eating in front of the Faceless, bro. I was fucking starstruck.
That's amazing.
I was starstruck, but it was fun. But yeah, like, I mean, you know, you gotta put on a performance because you're just another artist. You know, they gotta remember who you are. If not, it's not gonna matter. Like I said, the fucking Valley, bro, is so hard for you to get noticed. And that's how I learned to put on a fucking performance every single fucking show.
Yeah, no matter how many people show up.
Yeah, because they're gonna remember, oh, damn, they bring it, you know.
Yeah, people talk.
Yep. Even if it's that one person can have badass fucking connections, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Any material that you've been writing that you wanna share with the listeners?
Yeah. I'm writing a song, you know, about my mom, you know, and how you know, throughout the years she supported me, and you know, it's something real, you know, that I want to share out to the world, and I think people out there will relate to what I wrote for that song, and it's coming out real soon, you know, like. But first off, you know, when thugs cry, best believe it's gonna come out real soon. So, you know, stay tuned, guys. You know, I'm still working. I'm gonna take a break from the spotlight for a while, and then just be in the studio. Just, you know, keep on making music, and hopefully, you know, when I come back on the spotlight, y'all enjoy my set. But
did you ever think about making a music video?
Yeah, plenty of times. Actually, I gotta write down some of the ideas, you know. I really do want to make a music video for Isolation.
Because for that song, that'd be pretty fucking cool, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be fucking badass. We could write a structure, a storyline together.
We will. We're still working, you know. It's, what, is it like 9 something?
It's 9:03 a.m.
All right, man. We got a lot of time.
Yeah. Tell us something more about what happened during tour. Any fuck ups?
You know what?
There's always gotta be some.
On a performance, you know, I have fucked up. I'm not gonna lie, but what matters is that you keep going. You know, if you fuck up, like, you know, talk to the crowd real quick, and then remember your lyrics, or once you remember to jump back in, you just do it. But you just never stop. You know, never stop ever.
How about going through the road, or like any car problems or anything?
No, I never had any car problem. I got pulled over.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Man, the sheriff was just like, license, registration, please.
Where at?
It was on my way to Austin from San Antonio, and you know, of course, you know, I gave him the registration, the license, and anything illegal? I'm like, no, sir. And it's like, mind if I search your car? Like, go for it. And he left me alone. You know, there was nothing in the car, but you know, still, you know, fuck the police, man.
I mean, they know they have people that there's around, and when they see a black sheep, they're like, oh, black sheep, you know. I mean, they know when they don't have their people around. Like here, we can see people that's not from the valley, you know.
You know, one thing I've always wanted to kind of do, just for as a joke, you know, when you're passing the checkpoint, American citizen, see,
no, they'll get your ass down so fast.
Pull over for secondary inspection.
The fucking, man, they're real douchebags, bro. But for the fucking, I feel sorry for the fuckers that get their cars trashed, bro, and they don't find shit, and they just take off.
Yeah, no, I have no
fucked up
respect.
is
Like,
that,
that's
bro?
fucked
How
up.
fucked
But
is
besides that, look, check. You know, I performed in every single stage you can think on 17th Street. You know, and I've met a lot of local artists. You know, not just rappers, but bands too. You know, like
Final Burial.
yeah, Final Burial. The shout out to the Valley, Low Scar, Overt Enemy. You know, and there's many more. There's many more. Secrets Told in Silence. You know, this one time I was performing at Avenue 1704, and I had this song called Bobby Ain't Playing, and the lead singer from Secrets Told in Silence, you know, sang it. It was a pretty cool collaboration. That night was fun.
Oh, was it that day I was cornering you?
Oh yeah, you were there. Yeah. I did an encore.
You did an encore. That was bad. You're the only performer that I've known besides us that's done an encore set the same night.
It feels amazing.
It feels fucking badass.
Yeah, it does.
What was I gonna tell you, bro? On that night, did you get another show after that? I forgot.
No, that was actually my last local show, and
before tour, right?
Yeah, before my tour.
Sounds. I had forgotten.
Yeah, people out there, you know, they're real down to earth. You know, I'm the type to stay to the end of the show. You know, like it's just out of respect.
Same here. Sometimes.
Yeah, okay.
It depends if well. I can stay up as much as I like because I work at home, you know. But the other band members, you know, they work either the next day or have different sleeping schedules. But I usually support the show to the end. By the way, shout out to all the promoters out there. Who do we got? We got
Louis.
We got Louis from
Louis
Criminal
Blunt.
Nations, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we got Isaac Vaughn from Events with Heart Productions. We got Adam Valley from VTHC, and my current vegan dealer.
Oh yeah. By the way, shout out to the Flow Foxies. You know, we had thrown a show April 1st at Cine Array, and we had this great idea. Like they did a skit right before, you know, I got on stage, and it looked awesome, you know, and they always do their thing. They're really reliable.
What? For the ones that don't know, Flow Foxies is what?
They're a dance group, but also, you know, they perform with fire. Shout out to Zen Wildfire. You know, she really, you know, risks like a lot. You know, she could burn herself anytime, but you know, she's learned it. You know, she's mastered it. You know, she knows what she's doing. A great performer, great performer.
Her element's probably fire, bro. I was gonna tell you that. Was it the flyer that I designed that show?
Yeah.
Did you ever show me the video for that or no?
I have it on my Instagram.
You need to show me that shit, so. Alright, any last shout outs you want to say before we say bye to the new listeners? Any upcoming events, any upcoming material?
Well,
shout outs to all the. Oh, wait, we haven't finished saying all the promoters. Who else? It's Adam. Dirty South Productions.
Oh, yeah. With Mikey Luna.
Yeah, and who else?
You know, we forget to mention your name.
Yeah,
there's just a lot of promoters, but you know, we respect on what you guys do. You know, for the music scene.
Yeah.
And you know, hey man, keep it going.
We thank you for booking either one of us, and we hopefully you guys continue since you're helping the scene out, because the scene used to be dead, bro. A couple of years ago, you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Like before the the downtown scene began again, and allowing the club starting allowing live performers. The scene died, bro. After the VFW closed.
Yeah, and the incubator too.
And the incubator, and what was the other one? The studios, Fallback Records.
Fallback Records. That was a good venue.
That was a legit venue. I like that venue. And Gilles, what was the other one?
Oh yeah, Gilles.
That one closed down real quick.
Oh
right?
yeah, he doesn't do anymore. NSN.
Really?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does. But one last thing, before we wrap this up. I just want to say a big shout out, to my parents, for their support.
Shout out.
My producer Bloom, we're always here. Yeah. And shout out to all the people that who truly support the music scene right here in the RGV.
Yeah, I support other.
We love you guys, man.
I support other promoters, the performers. Everybody that supports the music scene, either the Final Burial, Sycosis, Crop Circle Studios, anybody that supports.
About to crack open up another beer.
Yeah, we're gonna keep partying
and then keep on working at the same time.
Keep working. We're gonna try and rest his vocal cords and give it another take, and we're gonna do some promo shootings and. Some upcoming material that's pretty secretive. Any last shout outs?
I mean, that pretty much sums it up. Crop Circle Studios, man. That's where it is.
Studios. Alright, well, Bloomberg out. Peace.
Deuces. Sycosis.